You know the feeling when you think you've seen it all? The classic prison break story, a smuggled file, a tunnel, maybe a fake wall. But what if I told you about an escape so audacious, so clever, that the people in charge didn't even know it had happened? For nearly 2 weeks, they thought the inmate was still in his cell. This is the story of a man who didn't just break out of prison, he vanished into thin air, leaving behind a perfect, silent replica of himself. His name was John. And for 12 days, John was a ghost. The plan wasn't about force. It was about psychology. About understanding the routine, the checks, the blind spots. John had a single, unusual talent. He was a master sculptor, using the only material he had in abundance, soap. For months, he worked in secret, shaping and coloring bars of soap until he had crafted a near-perfect replica of his own head. He used real hair from the barber shop, mixed paints from food packets, and created a lifelike, sleeping face. The night of the escape, he placed the sculpted head on his pillow, tucked the blankets just so, and simply walked away. How? That's the real question. The official reports are vague, but insiders whisper about a flaw in a ventilation grate, a forgotten maintenance hatch, a moment when every guard was looking the other way. He exploited a 5-minute window that shouldn't have existed. And then, the genius of the wait. The morning checks were visual. A guard would glance through the bars, see a figure in the bed, and mark the cell as occupied. Days passed. A week. The routine was the prison's greatest security feature, and it became its greatest failure. John wasn't just missing, he was officially present. The illusion held until the 12th day. A new guard, doing a more thorough count, noticed something off. The inmate hadn't moved. Not once. Upon closer inspection, the truth was revealed, a sculpted head on a pillow. The prison erupted into chaos. By then, John had a nearly 2-week head start. He was gone. The manhunt was massive, but leads dried up fast. It was as if he'd planned not just the escape, but the disappearance. To this day, no one knows for certain where he went or how he pulled off the final act of vanishing. Some say he left the country. Others believe he started an entirely new life right here, under a new name. So, what's the lesson? That the most secure walls aren't made of brick and steel. They're made of assumption and routine. John didn't break the locks, he broke the pattern. He showed that sometimes, the most powerful escape is the one they don't even know is happening. And that's what left everyone speechless.